Hello, you are not watching another tech review channel. You are watching a channel that covers all consumer products, all consumer experiences, everything you can think of. I review it. Now, in this video, I'm going to cover the process of me basically opening up my mid 2011 27-inch iMac, taking out the slow as molasses, the 1 TB hard drive, spin drive, and replacing it with a crucial 2 TB SSD. I'm going to show you what it cost me. I'm going to show you exactly step by step what it took for me to do it, from cloning the drive, opening up the machine. I'm going to cover all that. Now, it's not going to be a complete teardown of the iMac because fortunately you do not have to do that. Now, I believe that anyone can do this job, but I will say that even for the mechanically inclined or the tech inclined, it isn't for the faint of heart. It will have its moments where it challenges you, and you will see that in this video. I spent a lot of time editing this video and cutting it down as short as I could get it so that you wouldn't lose interest. So without further ado, let's get started. I'm starting from the very beginning of my journey in doing this, so here we go. All right. Today is a special day here. We are going to open up our 2011 iMac and we're going to put in this 2 TB. It has a 1 TB, okay, just a regular hard drive in it. We're going to put in this SSD, okay, 2 TB. Stepan's going to help me with it here. Say hi.
Hi.
So, he's a little bit apprehensive. He's not quite sure how it's going to go. We've done other videos, but a lot has happened since the day that we were filming in here and we assembled this adjustable height desk. So he now is in possession of the iMac, and yes, he got the chair. For everyone who kept asking if I was going to give him the chair or tell me.
Can I have this chair?
Yeah, we'll talk about it. Yeah, we'll see. I gotta get.
Until we get new
Let me get another
chairs.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Sounds good. Tell me. I gave him the chair immediately that day. So he's got the chair. He's got the computer, but I still have the desk, and that's it. So let me show you everything that's in here. Of course, I showed you there's a 2 TB drive. We got this from OWC Otherworld Computing. This is a little adapter here that you put in. It kind of fills in the void nicely inside of the casing of the 27-inch iMac. Here's the tools that come with it. These are the suction cups. You put it in. Now, after 2011, from 2012 on, there's this adhesive that goes around the screen. Fortunately, we're not doing that or dealing with that because these displays are held on by magnets. So all I gotta do is pop these on and pull out, and it's supposed to work that way. You know, other things that come in the box are a digital sensor line here, and you know, it comes with a few, like I didn't really need these, but you know, it comes with these tools here to do the job. So everything is supposed to be in the box, and of course I've had this thing for many years. This is like a thing just to plug up any kind of hard drive you can think of. You can plug it up and do your cloning and all that stuff. So our first step right now is going to be to clone the iMac hard drive to this OWC 2 TB SSD. So let's begin. Okay, so we've plugged in the drive to format it. At first it said that Mac OS X can't recognize this drive, which is kind of funny because they said it was optimized for Mac first and it's ready to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that the partition map matches here. Now, we do have one little bit of an issue. I was watching another video and the guy was talking about how if you're going with SSD that you should go with, what is it, AF? Well, let's look at it right now. Apparently, okay, so you definitely want to go with GUID, or GUID, and they changed all this. So we're going to go Mac OS Extended journaled, okay? So that's what we're going to do.
It's very slow.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to name it. So as you can see, all this stuff is good to go. Everything checked out. Operation successful. So now you can see that the partition map matches up with this one here. Okay. And really from here, all we have to do is begin the cloning process.
Wait, it says device dis1s2.
No, but this is what we mainly were looking at. We
But
do need
that
to
said
name
not
this.
supported.
Hang on. Let's change the name. Okay, this part is really important here. It is important that you name your new drive the exact same name. So name it Macintosh HD, for example. Do not do what I'm doing here.
SSD.
I think we're good to go here. Okay, we're about to get into the good stuff, I promise. Now all you need to do is restart your Mac, wait for the chime, and hold down Command and R. This will put you into recovery mode, and this will be the next step that we go through. When you see this screen, do not panic. Just go on and go with English, and this is where you want to be. Disk utility. We have to go into recovery mode. You hold down Command and R to get to this. All right, this is my first time trying to do it this way, so I'm going to click Restore here. That is so weird. I'm going to say Macintosh HD. Okay, this has everything to do with the fact that I did not unmount that drive. Okay, so if you unmount the drive and you do it properly, you will not get this error. I was wrong to think that it was OWC's fault. It was my fault. Let's try this.
I think you have to pick the SSD right there. I think you have to pick the new hard drive.
I know you're supposed to go to this and do it, but I'm going to have to figure it out. So I was running into a few issues with cloning it using disk utility, so I decided just to download a free trial of Carbon Copy Cloner, which I have used before. And here we are. As you can see, it's saying CCC will copy Macintosh HD to Mac SSD. Only items that have been modified since the last backup will be backup task will be copied. So yeah, easy enough. So we're gonna go on and clone it. Here we go. All right, so this is where I basically ended up wasting a good bit of time messing around with Carbon Copy Cloner. I probably gave it about 2 hours or so before I finally just went on and pulled the plug. But I just figured I would let you guys see it anyway, because there's so many people out there who tell you that you need to use Carbon Copy Cloner or Super Duper or something like that, and you don't need to use any of that software. Everything is built into disk utility. All you have to do is open up disk utility and you can create your clone from there. But the most important thing that you need to remember is when you create that clone using disk utility, it is very important that you do it while in recovery mode. You have to boot the computer into recovery mode. I can't repeat that enough. And you just hold down, wait for it to give you that sound that we all know, the Mac sound. Hold down Command and R, wait for that sound one more time, and then just let go. And it takes a little bit of time. And once you get in there, you can go on and start setting up your clone. Please forgive my mess. I'm getting ready to return this stuff through the post office. When you buy products through OWC and you decide you have to return it, they will make you handle the shipping. So here's that the thermal sensor for the Mac. Here are the suction tools to pull the screen off. So that's what's in that box. And then in this box is the little thing to make it fit exactly where the other 3.5 millimeter drive was resting. So there you have it. And there's a cloth there, like a little screen cloth, and then there's the drive. Okay. So yeah, it's time. I mean, if I'm going to put more money into this 9-year-old iMac, then I need to do it on a budget. I don't need to be spending premium dollars for something that's supposed to be optimized for Mac and all that. And that's all good and well, but full disclosure here, even though Disk Utility failed to clone the drive and it said that there was an error, Carbon Copy Cloner started to clone the drive with no issues, but it was going to take forever, and I just ended up aborting it. I mean, and like I said, once I started looking around and saw even better deals, like it seemed like until I placed that order, I could not find that drive or the drive that would work with that mid 2011 iMac for less than $380. Like I was seeing drives that were similar, and they were saying that they were in the $200 range, but I wasn't seeing the exact drive I was looking for. It was like once I placed the order, I immediately saw the predecessor to this Mercury, I'm sorry, this one's called the Mercury Extreme. The other one was called the Electra. So it was called the Mercury Electra or something like that. Anyway, it was OWC's previous SSD, 2 terabyte, and it was $100 less than this one. And I was like, that's weird, but they wouldn't sell it anymore, but yet I could get it through Amazon. It just gave me a weird feeling. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna stick with what I got. And then once I saw the Samsung drive was going for around $250 or around the same price, and the Western Digital, which is another reputable drive maker. And then when I saw Crucial, it was over. I just said, you know what, if I can get a Crucial 2 terabyte with the same, actually a little bit faster than this, then I'm gonna take it. And then I got the kit, like the whole, with the tools and everything else that come in the box. Like, so, you know, they justify that $418 or that $460 charge by saying, okay, we're gonna give you this thermal sensor and we'll give you these tools here. Well, guess what? You can get that whole kit, not with the thermal sensor, mind you, for $10. So I got that for $10 with the suction cups and everything. $10 for all the tools and everything needed to do the job. $10, and then the drive was $229. This is all before their tax, right? And of course the shipping is supposed to be free, but nothing in this world is free, right? And then that's it. So the only thing I need to do is do a little bit more research on that thermal sensor. Because I am paranoid, I decided to run first aid on here to check everything out. This is on the main drive that I'm about to pull out of the computer. I'm also going to run first aid on the new SSD that I'm going to be putting in. So I'm going to do that really quick because I had a little bit of a spinning beach ball issue. Full disclosure, I have had some issues with this computer in the past. I've had to ship it back to Apple and have them fix it under Apple Care. Part of the reason I won't be doing Apple Care anymore because I felt like they handled the situation poorly. But today I'm kind of happy to have this model still because it's allowing me to upgrade it in a way that would be more of a hassle if I had a later model of the iMac. So once again, this drive checks out, and I'm going to go ahead and plug up the other drive and see what happens there. Well, I guess while we're at it, we will let this be sort of an unboxing. So here is the drive. Oh. That's it, nothing else. Unbox this. This is the bracket. Screws. Bracket. I just want you to see exactly what I'm using here. So this is the 2.5 inch to 3.5 inch converter bracket, okay? So I'm going to go on, and it's made for putting a smaller drive in to the computer. So here's how you do it. You get this, you want to make sure it's lined up, and you want to keep your hands under it or work on a desk because you don't want to drop it on the floor. I just dropped it, but fortunately I have carpet here, so it dropped maybe 2 feet onto the carpet, not even, because I was sitting in a chair. Anyway, you see, you line that up, and then you want to turn it back over. And once you have it turned back over, just take your thumbs back here, keep your index fingers here. Sorry, I don't really have it. I'm going to lay it down on the desk actually. And you just firmly press up on it. And sorry, I just bumped the camera. Just push forward and it will slide in, okay? It'll be nice and snug in there as far as the connection. However, you'll still have some play here underneath because of the screws. So now, this thing comes with screws. Alright, I'm going to try to do this one more time just so you guys can see what happened. So what I did is you can either turn the computer off and then go to turn it back on, hold down Command and R. Hold them down until you see the apple on the gray screen, and then you can let it go. It'll take about a minute or so dealing with this, probably about 1.5 to 2 minutes. And then this screen, you'll get the screen that asks you which language you want to go to. Just punch in English, don't panic, you didn't lose everything. From there, you will end up on a screen that'll give you 4 options. Choose disk utility, which is at the bottom, it's your 4th option. Choose disk utility, and then this screen will come up. So that's where we're at right now, and it will have this highlighted, which is your OS X base system. What I'm going to do here, just so you can see what I did, this is the new, it's listed as an external, but this is the new Crucial drive, the 2 terabyte SSD. So what I'm going to do, just so you can see how it's done, I'm going to click erase on here. You'll see it says Mac OS Extended Journaled. That's what you want, and then name it Macintosh HD, and then click erase. So it's just about to wrap up here now. Okay, so you see here it's all done, everything looks good. So I can just click out of there, go here, and then unmount it. Then unmount this one as well. So the drive that you're going to move to, it will be orange. The other drive, as you can see, will be like this because this is the internal drive. This is currently the drive that is running this Mac, this iMac. So you just go here, then you hit restore. Okay, but you want to do it from the Macintosh HD. Just pull that one and then just click restore. And now hopefully it will work. Let's find out. Looks like it's going to work. And I imagine this is going to take a very long time. Okay, here we are. We're just going to be fair and say that this completed around 7 p.m. What do you think?
Yeah.
I mean, the time right now is it's almost 7:20, and it was definitely finished. So it is done. So it took 19 hours. It was almost full, so I'm going to go on and all right. Now what we're going to do is boot into the drive. So we're going to mount it. And mount the other one.
We're going to be installing the SSD tomorrow.
Yep. So you go to Startup Disk, which I just did, and you choose which system you want to run the computer. And I'm going to click on this one.
The SSD, and press restart. For sure, I want to restart the computer. Restart.
You have to do this because you want to see if it's going to work. Wow. There it goes. Ugh.
Ew.
We're gonna vacuum that out. Wow, look at that. Look at all that dust. That is bad.
That is disgusting too.
Yeah, we're gonna have to clean that out. Wow.
I'll just zoom
Okay, so
in.
these get these tabs here. You see those tabs?
Yeah.
Now that you have them, you take these tabs and you pull on them, and it pops the RAM out. You see that? So these are the two gigabytes. We're gonna just set those to the side, and I'm gonna and look at this. Only the best. Crucial.
8 gigabyte.
Yeah. So these are the 8 gigabyte.
Wait, this is the same computer. So why is that crucial? And these Elpida.
That's just what came with the Mac. So we're going to run with 16 gigabytes of RAM, which is what they claim the Macs to be. But just letting you know that Apple did not tell the truth. You can actually max this computer out at 32 gigabytes of RAM. But we are dropping from 20 gigabytes down to 16 because it's better to run 2 8 gigabyte sticks instead of having 2 8 gigabytes and then 2 gigabytes. It just doesn't work. It would be better if there were 4 8 gigabyte sticks. So since we...
So are we going to order like 2 more 8 gigabyte sticks or no?
We'll see. We'll see how it runs. I think it's going to be fine with 16. 16 is going to be plenty. Especially with an SSD. It's going to be plenty fast.
Okay.
This is the part that I'm not super familiar with. You want to undo these things. I'm using these suction things. Now, with this mid-2011 iMac, you can just pry it away, and it's supposed to not be a big deal. There it goes.
Okay,
wow. And then you pull. This is just the screen cover, okay?
Dang.
You do not want to touch this screen with your fingers. You will not get those fingerprints off. Everywhere I've read, every video I've seen. So I'm just taking the screen and setting it to the side. Here's where you get your Torx, your T08. So,
okay, I made it so that the whole computer can be seen.
Okay, cool. So. And let's see what time it is. It is 3:04, so to be fair, we'll just say we started at 3. Here's another tough one. We have to... No, that one's too big. It's magnetic in there, and you don't want to lose the screws. Whatever we do not want to touch this screen. Remember that.
Yes.
We cannot touch it. Okay. Let's pause it and go get me some tweezers.
Okay.
Problem is, I can't get the tweezers on it. It has been 7 minutes since we looked at the clock, but it's been 11 minutes, so we are about to get to the main part here. We have to pop this off. I need to get gloves. Okay, we have to be super careful here. Oh wow, there's so much dust in here. Okay, so here's what it looks like inside. I'm thinking that I may be able to do the rest of this without
It might not show on the camera, but it is really
It's
dusty.
super dusty in here. Super dusty. There's your heat sink there. A lot of people will remove the optical drive to increase airflow and keep it cool, but we're not going to do that because I like the optical drive. I like having it, and I don't have another option right now. So in a way, it's kind of the only CD player or disc player in the house right now, you know, aside of the PlayStation 3 and 4. But anyway, so this is what we're going to do. I'm going to get in here with a vacuum. I'm going to be very careful, and I'm going to vacuum this stuff out. And in the meantime, I don't know. I'm a little tempted to unplug the rest of this stuff.
Unplug
it's
it.
very delicate, and I just hate to.
Well, if you unplug it now, you can get rid of the screen and vacuum it easier.
Here, I'm going to unplug it right there. If you can, whoa. Can you see that? Is there enough light? Okay, I'm going to unplug this. This is the original hard drive that came with the computer. It's a 3.5 inch. I'm going to take, all you got to do is remove these two screws and it'll come out. I'll unplug it right here.
Okay, we got the hard drive out. Ah,
It's an old Western Digital.
it's so big.
The funny thing is I almost put a Western Digital SSD in here, but I went with Crucial instead. Same price, but decided to go with Crucial. So this is it. Now I think we might need this, but I'm about to find out right now. If you can,
Yeah, I think we will.
If you can hand me this.
Yeah, we definitely will need it.
So the SSD is going to go in just like this.
We definitely need it because it doesn't have those screw marks on it.
Look.
We need to put it
Yeah,
in.
right. So we'll fix that on there and put the bracket in like this. I've gone with a risky decision to not unplug this screen because I need to unplug this thing.
Yeah, you definitely need to.
But the problem is every time I try to put pressure on it, the stupid monitor, I mean the thing slides. Okay, so look for the other one.
Okay, we found it. It was in there, mixed in with the other screws. Oh, yeah. I'm so excited about this. It's gonna run so fast.
Yep. I mean, we could boot it now, but the problem is we don't have the screen connected. We're ready. We're gonna put the screen back on and boot this thing up.
Yep.
I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
Remember to
Okay.
zoom. You can zoom sometimes.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so I'm having issues getting this plug back in. We would have been finished by now, but I am having a heck of a time with this thing. So I had to unplug this other one so that I could get back here, slide that down in there. All right, now you can quit. You can kill it.
Putting it back.
So what's important to note is the magnets on the, these are your magnets that hold the screen on. They actually help you as you're putting the screw back in because as long as the screwdriver is touching the magnet, it will hold the screw to the tip of the screwdriver. Make sure that this part of the screwdriver touches the magnet. There you go. So you just put it on the tip, put it right there in the hole.
Bam.
And then
We've got two screws left. What?
that's slipped.
Got 2 screws left.
And that's it. Okay, maybe so. Not good.
Why is it not good?
What happened?
I'll stop recording.
Yeah. I'm hoping that this will fix it. If it doesn't,
We're screwed.
so unfortunately I broke the connector that goes into this LCD connector port here. Don't really know how it happened. Thought I was safe, and unfortunately I ended up breaking it. Can't really zoom up to show you. Doesn't want to zoom. So here's the part. There we go. So yeah, it's all mangled. It will not work, as you can very well see. So this computer is down until I can figure this out, figure out why this went wrong, what went wrong. I'm really hoping that, you know, the connector on the board is not damaged, because that's going to be really bad if that's the case. Okay, the part finally came in this morning. It was double packed, which is odd. Be very careful with those. And it's going to be the other way around, actually.
Yeah. But
here's something I kept looking for everywhere. Once again, here is the damaged part. So first thing I'm going to do is go and see if it'll fit in here. But here is the other end. I didn't see this anywhere. I looked all over just to see what this would all entail. I know it's not a big deal, but you pick up this tape here. Okay, so peel that tape off. This is if you have to replace your LCD data cable. And you see where it says like LCD side, like that. Well, this one doesn't say anything. So, but you still know that if you just lay them down right next to each other, they kind of match up, but they don't. So we're hoping this is gonna work out. I'm gonna go on and unplug this here. See how this is done. So I'm gonna have to flip this over, and then I'll be able to unlock it. It's locked in there, and I think that's what I did the other thing. So first thing I'm gonna do is see if this part will even fit in the display. Let's hope it does.
You said this part was gonna cost like $100, but it only costs like $15.
Yeah, that's right. But my goal is to plug it into this right here. So once I make sure that this hasn't been damaged, which I'm praying it's not, because this will cost some money to have to replace this whole board. Not good. Okay, so I feel like I'm going to have to try to do this a different way, because I had a very difficult time getting this to plug in, but I didn't force it. It appears to be plugged in, but if you look closely here, let me see if I can zoom up on it without it blurring out. Anyway, it looks like it's not damaged. It appears to plug in, but it doesn't take much to pull it out. So I have to be very, very, very careful here. So what we're going to do is go back to the display now and see if I can get that unlatched so that I can plug this cable in there. So it's very tricky. I'm not sure what we're going to do, but we'll figure it out. You do not want to know what I just went through to get this out. I unscrewed all this, but then I basically had to pull up on this thing, flip this over, just so I could unplug this cable. So here it is. Let me do the best I can with the camera work. That's it. Now I've got to plug the new one in and get it locked in there. Here we are. Data cable has been removed. LCD data cable. Wasn't too difficult to plug in, but here's how it looks right now. LCD display facing outward. So here is the old cable. Okay, so you see the difference. There's the old cable. All right. So I'm gonna go on and put this tape back to the best of my ability. They have it there for a reason, obviously. I don't know, but I'm gonna try to put it back best I can. Here's what it looks like. Once again, is the thermal sensor. Okay, so now this one looks a little, no, actually I didn't open the last one. Anyway, this will plug in to the SATA connector and then into the new hard drive, and it's supposed to keep the fans from spinning wild. I saw a video where the guy said that the whole thermal connector was a scam and there's some other way to do it, but you know what? I don't have time for that. This thing is just shy of 40 bucks or around $40 after tax, and I think it was 37 and some change before tax. Anyway, this is from OWC once again, and I ordered it through Amazon, and I'm gonna go on and plug that up, and we're almost ready here for the moment of truth. And I'm working alone now. Stepan had to leave, and I'm on my own. As you can see here, I have a 2 terabyte Crucial SSD. It's going to be upside down, don't worry. There's no way to get it to look nice and pretty in there. And I didn't want to like mess with taking the 2 knobs, but just so you'll know what I'm talking about, this is the original hard drive. And on the original hard drive here, there's these little teeth. I guess I could just, and you're supposed to be able to place them in these holes here. But they didn't want to come out easily, and I'm not sure what it's going to take. So this is the, right here, if you can see it, this is the thermal sensor cable from OWC. You plug it in, it's one of those things where you kind of see it and you know where you need to plug it in. And you plug into here, and then you use the original Apple power cable to plug into the drive. And then you have this thing here, which is like your heat sensor. So you peel the tape off the back. So you see, I took the tape off the back, go back to your drive, place it directly in the center of the drive. You see, it's in the center. And then I'll take my screws and bolt it in at the top. I'm not going to bother with this. Put one of these screws in here. So what I need to do is kind of get this stuff situated where cables aren't putting pressure on each other. As you can see, I also pulled that sticker off of the front of the other drive, which is supposed to, I don't know. I don't think it's super important, but I did it anyway. And as you can see, I'm tightening up the drive. There is no real need to deal with the hassle of taking those 2 prongs off here just so you can secure it in there. Just make sure it's resting over it, which I did. You've got the padding there. So just to let you see what I'm doing here, everything looks nice and snug. You see, there's your thermal sensor cable that goes into here. There's your power cable, okay, which is from the iMac. Make sure that heat sensor is attached to the back. I mean, this thing is ready. It's time. So, oh my God, it works. I'm so happy. Oh, and it booted up so fast. It booted so quickly that I couldn't even, oh my God, look at my face. I am so happy right now. I cannot believe it.
Please work. Oh my God, yes. Let's see if it actually works. Oh my God. Like, for it to be halfway on the old drive, it will take like a minute or so for it to be on halfway. Oh my God, that was so fast. This is my old mouse.
Mm-hmm.
So fast. Okay, now the real test. Whoa, that was fast. Whoa, thank you. Not being used for, okay. Thank you.
Cool. You're welcome.